Hey guys, welcome back to AP Flores. In our last lesson, we learned what businesses are and how they create value. But now we need to answer another important question. What is a business actually trying to achieve? Imagine two companies selling almost identical products. One is focused on maximizing profits, while the other is willing to sacrifice short-term profits to expand as quickly as possible. Both are businesses, but they're making very different decisions. And that's because companies can have different objectives, and understanding those objectives helps us understand why businesses make the choices that they do. By the end of today's lesson, you should be able to identify the major goals businesses pursue, distinguish between profit, growth, and mission objectives, explain why business objectives can conflict, and interpret a company's intent from a business scenario. These concepts are especially important for the AP exam because you'll often be given a situation and asked to figure out why a business made a particular decision. So instead of just memorizing these objectives, focus on understanding what each one looks like in the real world. To begin, an objective is simply a goal that a business is trying to achieve. While every company needs enough revenue to survive, businesses don't always prioritize the same things. Three common objectives are profit, growth, and mission. Profit focuses on generating financial returns, growth focuses on expanding the size and reach of the business, and mission focuses on achieving a broader purpose or impact. A business can pursue all three, but one may be more important when making a particular decision. Let's start with profit and growth, which can sometimes seem similar but aren't exactly the same. A business focused on profit wants to generate financial returns by increasing revenue, managing costs, or both. A business focused on growth, however, wants to become larger by attracting more customers, increasing sales, opening locations, or entering new markets. The two objectives can overlap, but they can also conflict. A company might sacrifice short-term profit by spending heavily on expansion because it believes that growth will lead to greater success in the future. Another objective is mission. A mission is the broader purpose or impact that a business wants to achieve. This could involve protecting the environment, improving communities, or addressing a social problem. Mission-driven businesses still need revenue and often need to earn a profit to survive, but financial returns aren't necessarily their only priority. For example, a company might choose environmentally friendly materials even if they're more expensive because sustainability is an important part of its mission. The key is that its decisions are guided by a purpose beyond financial returns alone. Moving on, business objectives don't always align perfectly. Imagine a company has $1 million available. It could keep that money and increase its short-term profit, or it could spend it opening new locations and expanding. Choosing expansion could reduce its profits today, but it might help the company become much larger in the future. This creates a trade-off between objectives. The important thing is that the company's decision depends on which goal it considers most important at that moment. Understanding that priority helps us understand its strategy. Let's look at some real-world examples. Amazon has historically emphasized rapid growth and expansion into new markets, sometimes accepting lower profits in the short term to build its business for the future. Patagonia is known for making environmental responsibility a major part of its mission. Costco, meanwhile, has built its strategy around providing value to customers while pursuing long-term business success. These companies all need revenue to survive, but their strategic priorities can be very different, and these priorities influence the decisions that they make every day. Now, let's connect this to an important AP skill, interpreting business intent from scenarios. On the AP exam, you may be given a business decision without being directly told the company's objective. Your job is to figure out why the company made that decision. Start by asking, what is the business doing, why is it doing it, and what objective does that reveal? If a company is opening dozens of new locations, that suggests growth. If it's cutting costs to increase returns, that suggests profit. Look for the clues hidden in the scenario. Let's see if we can test your understanding. A small coffee company uses most of its profits to open a new location in different cities. The owners accept lower profits right now because they believe expanding quickly will help the company establish itself before competitors enter the market. Which objective is the company primarily pursuing? A. Short-term profit, B. Business growth, C. Environmental sustainability, or D. Reducing operating costs? Pause the video if you'd like a moment to think before we go over the answer. The correct answer to this question was B, business growth. The biggest clue is that the company is using its profits to open new locations. It's also willing to accept lower profits in the short term because it wants to expand before competitors. This tells us that growth is the company's primary objective in this situation. The company isn't focusing on maximizing profit, instead it's making a short-term sacrifice in hopes for becoming a larger and more successful business in the future. Let's wrap up Unit 1.2. Businesses can pursue different objectives, including profit, growth, and mission, and these goals can sometimes conflict. When you're given a business scenario, don't just look at what the company is doing. Look at why it's doing it. Identify the decision, interpret the intent, and determine which objective that decision reveals. Understanding business objectives will help you analyze how companies make decisions throughout the rest of AP Business. Thank you so much for watching AP Flores, and I'll see you in the next one.